Kurgans are massive earthen mounds constructed over timber or stone burial chambers to honor the deceased. They were built across the Eurasian steppe to serve as visible landmarks of tribal territory and ancestral power. The Royal Kurgan in Kerch stands nearly 20 meters high with a base perimeter of approximately 250 meters. Its sheer scale was designed to reflect the immense status and political reach of the ruler interred within. Internal chambers were often built using high-quality ashlar masonry or heavy larch logs. These materials ensured the structural integrity of the tomb under the weight of thousands of tons of earth. A long entrance corridor known as a dromos led visitors into the heart of the burial mound. This architectural feature allowed for elaborate funeral processions to enter the chamber before it was permanently sealed. The Valley of the Kings in Tuva contains some of the earliest royal burials, such as Arjan I. This site proves that the tradition of monumental royal tombs began in the eastern steppes as early as the 9th century BC. Some kurgans, like the Zarsky kurgan, feature a corbelled dome that transitions from a square base to a circular top. This sophisticated engineering demonstrated a fusion of local nomadic traditions and Greek architectural influences. The construction of a single royal kurgan required the coordinated labor of hundreds or even thousands of people. Such projects illustrate the ability of Scythian leaders to command and organize large populations across vast distances. Many kurgans were intentionally built on high plateaus to dominate the surrounding landscape. This placement ensured the tomb was visible for miles, acting as a perpetual reminder of the dynasty's authority. Permafrost conditions in high-altitude kurgans have preserved organic materials like skin, hair, and textiles. These frozen tombs allow scientists to study the physical appearance and daily lives of nomads in unprecedented detail. Archaeologists often find evidence of funeral feasts held on the periphery of the mounds. These rituals involved communal eating and drinking to honor the dead and reinforce social bonds among the living. Royal burials frequently contained thousands of gold objects, ranging from jewelry to clothing appliques. This abundance of precious metal was a primary method for the elite to display their conspicuous wealth and divine favor. The golden man of the Issyk kurgan was buried in a garment adorned with over 4,000 gold ornaments. This spectacular find revealed how royal attire was literally plated in gold to symbolize the wearer's solar or royal status. Scythian goldsmiths used advanced techniques such as lost wax casting, filigree, and granulation. Their technical mastery allowed them to create incredibly intricate details on tiny objects that are still admired today. Many gold artifacts were specifically manufactured for the funeral rather than for daily use. These ceremonial items often lacked the wear and tear found on objects used during the owner's lifetime. The animal style is the most famous artistic tradition found in Scythian goldwork. It features highly stylized, dynamic depictions of predators and prey locked in eternal combat. Gold stags were often crafted in a recumbent pose with their legs tucked under their bodies. This specific artistic canon is one of the most recognizable signatures of Scythian culture across Eurasia. Goldsmiths often integrated multiple animals into a single piece, such as antlers ending in bird heads. These zoomorphic transformations likely carried deep mythological meanings related to the fluidity of nature. Scythian gold often shows a blend of Greek, Persian, and indigenous styles. This syncretism occurred because Scythian elites commissioned luxury goods from foreign artisans in Black Sea colonies. The Saloka comb is a masterpiece depicting Scythian warriors in realistic Greek-style detail. It provides a rare visual record of Scythian weaponry, clothing, and hairstyles, as seen through the eyes of contemporary artists. Gold was not just a material of value, but a symbolic medium of royal power. It was believed to possess protective qualities and was used to sanctify the ruler's weapons and person. Scythian society was highly stratified, with a ruling class known as the royal scythes. This elite group maintained control through their mastery of mounted warfare and their monopoly on luxury trade. The presence of sacrificed horses in kurgans indicates the central role of the horse in nomadic life. Horses were essential for the mobility that allowed Scythians to dominate the steppe and conduct long-range raids. In some royal burials, dozens of horses were slaughtered and buried in full regalia. These sacrifices were intended to provide the ruler with a spectral cavalry to maintain his status in the afterlife. Human sacrifice was occasionally practiced to accompany high-ranking individuals into death. Servants, guards, or spouses were sometimes interred alongside the king to serve him in the next world. Scythian women could also hold high status, as seen in the burial of the Ice Maiden. Her opulent grave goods and elaborate tattoos suggest she may have been a priestess or a political leader in her own right. Warriors were often buried with their primary weapon, the composite recurve bow. This weapon gave the Scythians a significant military advantage, allowing them to strike enemies from a distance while on horseback. The goritos was a combined case for both the bow and arrows, often covered in gold. This practical equipment was transformed into a high-status item through the addition of expensive decorative plaques. Elite Scythians were known to use cannabis and opium in ritual ceremonies. Archaeologists found gold vessels containing drug residues, confirming ancient accounts of their smoke-filled purification rites. Tattoos were a common marker of status and identity among the Scythian elite. Intricate designs of mythical beasts were inked onto the skin to represent a warrior's achievements or spiritual protections. Scythian power was maintained through a network of tribal alliances rather than a centralized state. Leaders distributed gold and luxury gifts to sub-chiefs to ensure their loyalty and military support. The Scythians successfully repelled the invasion of the Persian king Darius the Great. Their scorched earth tactics and superior mobility exhausted the much larger Persian army until it was forced to retreat. Many Royal Kurgans were looted in antiquity shortly after they were sealed. Rival tribes or later conquerors would often despoil the tombs to strip the previous dynasty of its symbolic and material wealth. The looting of kurgans was sometimes a political act intended to erase the memory of a defeated elite. By destroying the sacred center of a tribe, the victors asserted their own new order over the landscape. Herodotus, the Greek historian, provides the most famous written accounts of Scythian burial customs. Although he was a foreigner, archaeological finds have remarkably confirmed many of his detailed descriptions of their rituals. Scythian art influenced the later artistic traditions of the Celts, Sarmatians, and Huns. The animal style migrated westward and northward, leaving a lasting mark on the visual culture of early medieval Europe. Modern DNA studies show that the Scythians were a genetically diverse group with Indo-European origins. They shared genetic links with both modern Western and Central Asian populations, reflecting their role as a bridge between continents. The discovery of Scythian gold in Siberia pushed back the timeline of their cultural origins. It proved that the sophisticated metalworking and animal style began much further east than previously thought. The Arjan II Kurgan contained over 9,000 artifacts, including nearly 6,000 gold items. This 21st century discovery transformed our understanding of the wealth available to early nomadic rulers in the 7th century BC. The Scythian triad consists of a specific set of artifacts, weapons, horse tack, and animal style art. Finding these three elements together allows archaeologists to identify a site as belonging to the Scythian cultural sphere. Contemporary groups in the Altai region still look to Scythian motifs as symbols of their ethnic identity. The revival of animal style in modern crafts shows the enduring power of these ancient nomadic symbols. Predators in Scythian art often represent the upper or heavenly world, while prey animals represent the earthly realm. This vertical cosmology organized their understanding of the universe through the lens of life and death struggle. Griffins, a mix of lion and eagle, were viewed as the ultimate apex predators. These mythical beasts were believed to guard the gold sources of the north and were frequently depicted on royal armor. The Golden Man was buried with a pointed headdress that reached nearly 70 centimeters in height. This hat symbolized the world mountain, or a connection to the heavens, marking the king as a central pillar of the cosmos. Scythian burial wagons were often disassembled and placed within the kurgan. These vehicles were meant to transport the spirit of the deceased on its journey to the land of the ancestors. Metal mirrors found in kurgans were likely used in shamanic rituals to ward off evil spirits. These objects were often found in female burials, suggesting women held significant roles in spiritual mediation. Drinking from a shared riten horn was a ritual for sealing blood brotherhood. Scenes of two men drinking together are commonly found on gold plaques, highlighting the importance of personal loyalty in nomadic society. The use of red pigments, such as cinnabar, has been found on the remains of the deceased. Red was associated with life and blood, used to reanimate the body for its transition into the spirit world. Large bronze cauldrons were used to cook meat for communal sacrifices at the burial site. These massive vessels are often found with soot marks, indicating they were used in real-time ritual cooking. The animal style was a visual language that didn't require literacy to understand. Every tribe member could read the stories of bravery, hierarchy, and survival encoded in the twisted forms of the animals. Today, Royal Kurgans remain at high risk from illegal looting and modern agricultural expansion. Protecting these silent chronicles is essential for continuing to uncover the mysteries of the ancient masters of the steppe.